Hey guys, kembali lagi di channel Ginkou, masih bersama gua Gustian dan gua masih di Final Fantasy 16 ya guys. Di sebelumnya gua telah menyelesaikan side quest yang ada di berbagai wilayah ya. Dan salah satu side quest dari Blacksmith yang memungkinkan kita dapat membuat pedang legendaris guys. Dan masih sisa 2 side quest lagi ya. Setelah itu gua akan lanjut ke misi ceritanya lagi, yaitu menghancurkan Mother Crystal yang terakhir yang ada di Drag Spine guys. Langsung saja kita lanjut lagi guys. Jadi di sebelumnya itu ya gue kira Mother Crystalnya itu sudah selesai semua guys. Ternyata masih ada lagi ya. Masih menyisakan satu Mother Crystal terakhir guys. Dan kita selesaikan dulu ya side questnya. Ini ada Theodore.
Clive, you'll be pleased to know that the negotiations...
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Jadi
Thanks, Clive.
kita harus ngomong sama si Eloise lagi ya. Dan ini adalah quest yang kedua dari mereka guys. Trading Place 2 ya.
Don't blame yourself, El. I know, but no buts about...
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate, but the Consortium offered double what we did.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all.
El? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look...
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearer. How did the Consortium even find out about it?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. I'm going to Randala myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything. Even if I fail to free someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling...
Oh, and that's me, is it?
Oke, jadi pada intinya ya guys, dalam misi ini kita perlu membebaskan sekelompok pembawa guys.
We're meeting the Silver Peak Consortium.
Jadi mereka ini ya, si Theodore dan Eloise ini dalam misi membebaskan para pembawa guys. Dan kita diminta untuk melindungi mereka guys. Semacam jadi bodyguard lah ya dalam misi ini.
So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather. You go to Randall.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randala then. And better not.
Jadi kita akan menuju ke Randala guys. Ada di dekat sini ya.
Keep Eloise waiting. What's happened?
Dan gue nggak bisa fast travel guys karena wilayahnya itu masih di dekat sini ya.
But I wouldn't give for a meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road. When are they gonna let us through?
Let's go.
Jadi gerbang yang di sebelah sana guys, sebelumnya itu dijaga ketat ya. Sekarang kita mungkin harus menyusup ke dalamnya guys. Ini dia, Eloise sudah menunggu di sini.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding, and so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate, but what is done is done. Come then.
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional. The bearers belong to him.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding
Jadi
fellow.
mereka sedang
Any consolation.
negosiasi ya
He insisted the bearers be fed.
untuk
That's what
para
you get.
pembawa
I
guys.
wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the cultural. They pay good money for bearers, not fit for the knackers.
That does sound...
Jadi para pembawa ini diperjualbelikan ya.
And with it,
My associates will be...
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
as am I. But I only have... He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I... Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he... I feigned interest in joining. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the consortium's proposal solely, so I was a fool to think they wouldn't find...
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was they deserved more, I wanted so bad.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's Theo and the others are trying to hold them off. They need help, and fast.
Theo,
Waduh.
I'll go on ahead.
thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there.
Jadi
Just
Theo ada di sana ya. Dan sebuah tempat di sana telah diserang guys oleh para monster.
Hold on, Theo.
Wah, jauh banget guys. Harus lewat mana ini? Oh, kita lewat sini aja ya, biar cepat guys. Kita langsung belok ke kanan ya. Karena lokasinya itu ada di bawah guys. Lebih dekat lewat sini. Jadi si Theodore dalam bahaya guys. Kita ke sini. Dan ini adalah tempat yang sebelumnya kita pernah bersihkan guys. Wuhu.
I can walk from here.
Di mana kamu Theo?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village.
Waduh,
We just have to pray.
I can do better than that.
dia berhadapan dengan naga guys. Kok nggak bisa menggunakan ambrosia di sini lagi? Bisa guys. Terus jalan ya. Dan ini naga sebelumnya udah gua bunuh ya. Mungkin ada lagi guys. Gua udah pernah kesini sampai ke tahap paling ujung guys. Dan memang di situ kita harus ngelawan naga ya.
Where are you, Theo?
Wah, terlihat auranya sudah sangat berbeda di sana. Tentunya itu tempat sudah penuh dengan akasik, guys. Mungkin naganya sudah berubah menjadi akasik ya. Wah, banyak sekali monster di sini. Theo, dia sedang bertarung di sana, guys. Di mana dia, guys?
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned.
Oke, mudah sekali.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
Wah. Ini dia. Naganya,
Like
guys.
it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Harus serang kepalanya ini. Emang agak susah untuk mengarah ke kepalanya ya. Dia mulai melemah, ayo. Aku harus bikin dia stagger dulu guys, kalau enggak susah banget ya. Ayo dong, stagger dong. Gua akan kumpulkan dulu skill gua. Oke, ini dia. Kita hajar kepalanya guys. Lumayan. Ayo dong, Flame of River. Semoga masih sempat. Masih sempat. Wah, dikit banget kenanya. Laser, no. Astaga. Gua nggak sempat ngelak guys. Awas, awas. Wow. Bentar guys. Gua rasa gua butuh item sekarang guys. Kita bikin dia stagger sekali lagi ya. Memang agak sulit untuk menyerang kepalanya guys. Ini dia. Oke, kali ini dia harus tewas guys. Satu serangan lagi. Bye bye. Ayo dong, mati dong. Kita mati nih guys. Mati juga akhirnya. Dahsyat sekali naga ini guys.
Theodore, you had me worried for...
Apa itu? Waduh,
We have to get you out of here.
dia akan berubah menjadi akasik, guys. Wah, kacau banget ini.
I think it might be a little too late for that.
Ya, kita terlambat, guys.
Oh no. There's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not,
Wah, kasihan banget si Theo, guys.
for keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
Wah, dia sudah berubah sepenuhnya, guys. Ini terpaksa harus gue bunuh ya.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you.
Jangan masuk ke sini. Jadi hanya dominan aja yang kebal terhadap Either ini ya, guys.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Wah, kasihan banget
Theodore.
si Theodore.
Wait.
Padahal dia sayang banget sama si Eloise ya. Dia akan bunuh diri, guys. Ya, kita kehilangan Theo, guys. Padahal dia sangat bersemangat ya untuk membantu kakaknya, guys.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that.
Jadi dia itu berusaha untuk menjauhkan naga itu dari
To put others' well-being.
And now he's
desa ya, guys. Agar tidak menyerang desa ini,
I
guys.
sent him to that place.
Tapi dia masuk ke dalam
He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own.
tempat yang sudah
So that you would
wilayah yang
finally
sudah
be free to live your own
terkontaminasi,
life.
guys. Dan dia
Live my own life.
langsung berubah jadi akasik ya,
We
guys.
never could come to terms with the...
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, a late bloomer in more ways, for unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his power... My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the club before they could. I took him into months.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bond, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made.
Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice. He was never a burden. How, if anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo.
Jadi si Theo ini punya apa ya? Dia ingin membahagiakan si kakaknya guys, si Eloise ya guys.
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the.
Jadi dia melakukan apapun untuk membuat kakaknya ini bahagia guys, dengan membawa apa ya, semacam kerjasama guys, membantu Eloise ini ya dalam menjalankan bisnisnya ya guys.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Oke, selesai sudah questnya. Dan ini salah satu quest yang menurut gua sangat menarik guys. Sudah gua bilang ya di sebelumnya. Jadi ini adalah hiasan di kembali di dindingnya nanti di ruangan Clive ya. Jadi sudah gua bilang di sebelumnya kalau beberapa side questnya itu akan sangat menarik guys, dan salah satunya adalah quest trading place ya, yang menyangkut Eloise dan Theodore guys. Dan kita harus kehilangan Theodore karena dia harus menjadi akasik dan akhirnya bunuh diri guys, demi melindungi sang kakaknya ya. Cerita yang sangat mengharukan guys dari Theo. Oke, jadi ada misi terakhir di sini. Sebelum kita mencari bola gema yang selanjutnya ya. Jadi ini adalah misi dari mungkin dari Isabelle guys, karena ini ada di Northeast. Kemungkinannya kita harus menyelesaikan misi dari si Dem ya. Ini dia, Dem atau Isabelle guys.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Second only to his radiance at the... Not that any of those things still exist. Now he can...
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a foundation upon which to build a new He's already secured the support of the various army.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men a man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire, Philippe's Conrad. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasion. No. But given the mood around town...
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke for your services to Northreach? And unlike Philippe, well, will you...
Jadi si Isabelle ini meminta kita memohon ke Duke guys.
Where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison? Alright.
Jadi pejabat di sini ya ingin merubah, kalau dari yang gua tanggapin ya guys, atau kita lihat guys, itu sepertinya tempat ini akan diambil alih oleh pejabat tinggi di sini ya, dan itu mau dirubah guys katanya, membuat Sandberg menjadi lebih baik guys, atau merubah sistemnya mungkin ya.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass, but you should be all right. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
Ini dia.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or fame?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison will render your service, yet you needn't be. A pride of place, in fact. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
Oh, jadi
The town has been fortunate
semacam
enough to escape
dia ingin
largely
membuat
unscathed,
apa ya?
more than can be said for Oriflamme or
Semacam
Twinside.
ini guys, pertahanan di sini ya guys.
With Cair Norvent as her citadel. Once we need only build a wall
Dan
around both.
dia ingin
to create a
membangun
city that would be the envy
tempat
of
ini
the
guys,
twins.
semacam benteng ya.
Plans are already soon enough. These thralls shall learn that
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town.
the people will do as their leaders command. If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfit. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less. And you mean to deprive them of even... You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salt...
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no...
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
Jadi maksudnya itu membuat kerajaan baru yang mungkin ya.
Citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Jadi kita perlu ngomong sama orang-orang di dekat sini guys. Orang-orang yang ada di kota ini ya.
All right there. What is it?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any close. Now he's trying to drive us out completely. Threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't click. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'll be straight.
Oke, kita akan ngomong lagi sama yang lainnya.
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get you build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty, we'll do whatever it takes to keep whatever it takes.
Jadi banyak warga di sini itu tidak setuju dengan si Duke ya guys.
lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing. Going around acting like he owns the place, and with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Jadi dia ingin mengambil alih North sini ya guys.
Well, this isn't at all foreboding.
Jadi sebelumnya itu nggak ada tanda ya? Ada nggak sih guys? Aku baru kali ini ngelihat ada tanda ya, dan bisa dilihat guys di obelisk ini ya. Biasanya tidak ada tanda untuk melihat obelisk itu ya. Tiba-tiba ada tandanya guys. Apa gua memang kurang teliti ya sebelumnya ya?
Those things I said before.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the empire is the best way of making sure. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword.
Okay. Tampaknya warga-warga di sini ya itu tidak setuju dengan rencana si Duke untuk membangun kembali kerajaan ini guys, karena secara mereka sudah sangat tenang ya dengan Dame yang atau Isabel yang memimpin mereka di sini guys.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap.
You're the one who's talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take... What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame. But I've got a fact. That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife. And if the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does.
Dan tampak mereka semua menentang guys.
I left everything.
As long as you remain, the veil will see.
Kurasa ini misi tidak akan bersangkutan dengan para monster atau akasik ya. Kita hanya perlu ngomong aja guys sama beberapa orang.
Captain, do you...
For you? Certainly. Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree.
Jadi sebagai kapten dia setuju dan tidak setuju ya, karena dia harus mengikuti perintah juga guys.
The Dame included.
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they...
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel
Oke, kita perlu melapor lagi ke Isabelle. Itu manggilnya Isabel atau Isabelle ya guys?
Clive. Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly... They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow, and not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his...
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see... Thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love.
Why?
Because I realized what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about, protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing, that has always been Northreach's best hope. And one which still lies within our... We have only to turn our attentions to the true... Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has lofty...
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our... I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke. In the stubborn belief... But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Jadi mereka akan berjuang ya untuk mempertahankan tempat ini atau berjuang untuk Northreach ini guys. Karena banyak sekali orang-orang yang punya keluarga di sini ya. Dan orang-orang yang mereka sayangi ada di sini guys. Meskipun itu tidak menggagalkan rencananya si Duke ya. Jadi gue perlu ngambil satu misi lagi guys. Ngambil bola gema ya. Atau bola ehos guys. Dan ini adalah side quest terakhir.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Itu ada di daerah sana guys. Seharusnya tidak begitu jauh. Kita panggil Ambrosia untuk mengantar kita ke tujuan guys.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Gue masih penasaran ya dengan Barnabas ya guys. Dia punya kekuatan yang sungguh-sungguh dahsyat guys. Bagaimana Clive bisa ya untuk mengalahkan dia ya. Secara pedangnya itu luar biasa sekali guys. Bahkan senjatanya itu bisa membelah lautan juga ya.
Thanks, girl.
Itu sangat-sangat luar biasa sekali guys. Aduh, ada yang memberikan mereka seal guys. Yang mana ya? Bentar guys. Harus cari monster yang memberikan dia seal guys. Oh ini dia ya. Si bola ini ya. Oke. Selesai sudah. Ini dia. Spherical echoes yang terakhir guys. Dan kita kembali ke hideaway lagi untuk memberikan batu ini ya kepada si engineer guys. Sayangnya ini belum ada monster buruan ya guys. Yang padahal gue perlu banget monster buruan untuk ini ya. Untuk membuat senjata baru kita guys.
In the hands of Akashic.
Ah, sir. Good, thankfully.
That's brilliant. I'll fit him to the smelter.
Dan biasanya kita akan mendapatkan sesuatu yang berharga di sini guys. Seperti sebelumnya itu meningkatkan jumlah inventory kita ya.
She's a beauty.
You saved my...
It's fine, really.
Oh, don't say that.
You could just...
How about that clasp? Looks bit... And I reckon it's a metal, see?
Stretchy metal.
Bah.
Apa ini?
So? What do you reckon?
Thank you, or what?
Shh. Don't mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in. Can't think of any. Maybe even out there. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've...
They'll hardly believe.
Oh, jangan-jangan inventory lagi ya guys, yang lebih besar guys. Tuh kan? Kita mendapatkan kapasitas inventory yang lebih besar guys. Hahaha. Mantap sekali. Dan seharusnya ini udah maksimal ya. Oke, sekarang kita dapat menaruh atau membeli potion itu sampai 8 guys. Lumayan ya. Oke, kita langsung menuju ke misi utamanya guys. Ke ruang infirmary ya.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear.
Jadi dia merasa Barnabas itu mempermainkan dia guys.
And that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Ini sekarang di Crystalline Dominion ya. Berarti ini tempat Dion guys. Ya nggak sih? Oh jadi mereka sedang berduka ya dengan menaruh lentera itu di sungai guys.
What is this place?
Don't move.
Aku rasa ya anak ini akan menjadi peran penting ya di dalam game ini ya guys. Entah kenapa ya gue melihatnya guys. Seperti ada sesuatu di anaknya itu guys.
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Mereka sangat kehilangan orang-orang yang mereka cintai di sini ya. Karena ulahnya Ultima guys. Memanfaatkan Dion ya. Dan tentunya Dion sangat merasa bersalah di sini guys.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing. My fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
Anak ini pintar berbisnis ya guys.
You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Dion akan pergi kemana lagi guys? Setelah dia kembali ke kerajaannya yang telah runtuh ya. Jadi perasaan Joshua yang di sebelumnya guys, yang dia katakan Barnabas itu mempermainkan dia ya. Mungkin juga kata dia, Dion itu merasakan hal yang sama ya, dipermainkan oleh si Ultima ya guys.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few. But I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
Jadi kemungkinannya kita akan bersiap untuk pergi ke kerajaan Waloed ya guys.
Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to
Tempat
back
di
up the
mana
enterprise.
si Barnabas memimpin guys.
Yes, it's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Jadi mereka merencanakan untuk berangkat ke As ya guys. Dengan rencana mereka guys. Untuk mencapai ke Waloed itu dengan selamat ya tentunya. Jadi kita perlu ngomong sama si Vivian tentang seluk-beluk dari si dari kerajaan Waloed ini guys. Karena ini merupakan kerajaan terakhir yang harus kita... Wah, ini bisa ditukar dengan poin yang besar guys. Jadi Waloed adalah kerajaan terakhir yang harus kita kunjungi ya. Dan ada monster buruan lagi guys. Kenapa di sebelumnya tidak terbuka ya? Wah, tapi ini dua-duanya rank S guys. Nanti aja ya. Kita pergi ke Waloed dulu guys.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering, please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for mid. I need information on Ash.
Kita butuh informasi tentang Ash guys.
Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
Oke, jadi dia akan menjelaskan sedikit tentang Waloed ya guys.
Barnabas Thom, the one they call the last king. Understand
Raja
him,
terakhir guys.
and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy.
Oke guys, dari penjelasan dari Vivian tadi ya guys, akan sangat sulit untuk sampai ke Waloed itu secara utuh ya guys. Jadi Barnabas ini telah bertahta selama 40 tahun guys. Jelas tidak tersentuh oleh waktu ya katanya guys. Dan entah bagaimana, yaitu telah bersekutu dan dengan ini ya, dengan para beastmen dan para akasik guys. Sejenis orc dan juga akasik ya. Jadi dia telah bekerja sama dengan mereka guys. Dan terlihat ya wilayah mereka itu penuh dengan black guys, atau wabah black ini ya. Tapi itu tidak berpengaruh dengan mereka ya guys. Jadi tempat mereka itu penuh dengan either juga ya. Jadi Vivian ini menyimpulkan bahwa taruhan terbaik atau jalan terbaiknya adalah lewat pantai tempat Clive dan Jill berada di sebelumnya guys, ketika mereka selesai menghadapi Barnabas ya.
Back again? What is it that you wish to learn?
Memang terlihat ya, si Barnabas ini adalah raja terakhir dan dia adalah raja dari Waloed, dan tentunya dia sangat-sangat kuat sekali guys. Jadi hanya dia seorang ya yang mungkin Clive akan kesulitan untuk mengalahkannya guys. Karena secara dia juga didukung oleh Ultima dan juga pasukan dari beastmen ataupun para makhluk akasik ya guys.
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of
Oke, ini informasi tentang Ultima guys.
me to delve deeper into the subject, and what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient
Jadi si Harpocrates nih ya guys menjelaskan tentang kepercayaan kuno yang dikenal sebagai Circle of Malleus guys. Circle of Malleus ya, itu menghilang di Storm katanya guys. Tetapi reliknya itu berpotensi ya tetap ada di As ya guys.
I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Jadi Joshua itu harus ikut ya untuk membantu mengungkap asal-usul Ultima ini guys. Karena seperti dilihat di sebelumnya itu, Joshua bisa membaca dari mural sebuah lukisan gitu guys. Dia bisa tahu bagaimana asal-usul Ultima ya, dengan melihat mural itu guys. Jadi kalau kalian gak mengerti dengan bahasa yang gua omongin ya guys, maaf sekali ya guys, gua memang agak belibet guys. Karena memang ini cerita ya, butuh apa ya, butuh mikir banget guys untuk mencerna setiap percakapannya yang kadang-kadang bahasanya itu memang terlihat sangat langka ya guys. Sangat-sangat aneh kadang guys.
I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going.
Jadi Clive dan Joshua yang akan pergi ya.
Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do.
Dan kemungkinannya Gav akan menjadi pengintai di depan guys.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry.
Oh jadi si Jill dan Mid itu akan tetap di Enterprise ya guys, untuk melindungi kapal mereka guys, selama si Joshua, Clive dan juga Gav itu pergi ke As ya guys.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go. Of course.
Jadi selama pergi, Otto akan menjaga Hideaway tentunya. Dia nggak mungkin ikut si Otto ya. Wah, ada side quest lagi guys. Bentar ya, kita lihat ada side quest di sini guys. Kenapa ada side quest lagi sih? Saat gua udah mau ke misi ceritanya lagi. Oh, dari Yote guys.
Stay strong, my Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled.
My lord. Yes. It's your brother. His condition continues to work, though he does his best to hide it.
Jadi dia mengkhawatirkan kondisi Joshua yang sangat melemah dari hari ke hari ya.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those of... But His Grace's case is severe. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger, and thankfully a recipe was found. And our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you.
Jadi kita perlu mendapatkan sesuatu untuk mengobati si Joshua ini ya, agar
What is this critical ingredient?
Agar itunya tidak, penyakitnya itu ya guys, yang ada di dalam dadanya itu tidak terus memburuk guys. setidaknya mencegah ya.
We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in
Jadi
Rosette.
kita
Search continues for a
memerlukan
new source.
bahan sepertinya.
So it's only that you can't reach it.
Well,
Then I shall go in your stead.
but my...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well,
Bukan kata si Clive, dia seorang dominan, Aether itu tidak akan menyakiti dia guys.
I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Oke, jadi kita akan membantu mencarikan obat untuk Joshua guys. Sebelum kita lanjut ke misinya ya. Soalnya kalau gua udah langsung ke misinya guys, itu pasti wilayah yang lain itu tidak bisa diakses. Itu ada di mana aja ya? Oh, di satu tempat guys. Jadi ada di Rosaria ya. Jadi kita perlu namanya itu Stone Ward.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Itu mungkin sejenis tanaman lagi guys. Dan wilayahnya itu ada Aether-nya ya. Tapi itu tidak akan berpengaruh kepada Clive guys.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wart. Yote mentioned blood red petals.
Oh, para goblin yang sudah menjadi akasik.
Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
Ini dia, kita hajar dengan skill Bahamut guys. Oke, lumayan. Ini dia. Sebenarnya gua pengen jajal itu guys, skillnya Shiva guys. Tapi menurut gua skillnya itu belum gua upgrade dan tentunya gua akan kesulitan untuk beradaptasi dengan skill yang baru ya. Soalnya skill yang gue gunakan sekarang guys itu sudah gue upgrade semua sampai maksimum ya. Sayang banget guys kalau gue harus menggunakan skill Shiva yang belum gue upgrade guys. Ada ya? Oh ini dia. Oh dia satu lokasi ya. Kan tanaman dia guys, sejenis apa ya, tanaman apa ini guys? Oke, kita kembali ke Highway. Kita akan berikan ke Yote.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
Setelah itu kita akan ngomong sama si Otto ya. Ini dia Yote. bahan yang kamu butuhkan.
I brought back all the stone and water I could find.
Yes, my lord. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourself.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Dan si Yote ini sangat-sangat setia ya untuk menjaga si Joshua ya guys. Bahkan dia adalah orang yang menyelamatkan Joshua ketika di gerbang Phoenix guys. Bentar, ini ada poin lagi guys. Poin yang kita dapatkan lagi ya.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Kita bisa tukar lagi.
Here you are. Best of luck out there,
Kita
Sid.
lihat itu aksesoris berguna gak guys? Gua nggak tahu ya ini sebenarnya guna dari aksesoris yang sebegitu banyaknya guys. Bahkan menurut gua aksesorisnya itu benar-benar hanya beberapa aja yang bisa gua gunakan guys. Karena slotnya itu terbatas ya. Gua nggak bisa menggunakan semuanya guys. Padahal kalau bisa menggunakan lebih dari 3 ya itu sudah sangat-sangat luar biasa guys. Oke, kita langsung saja ngomong sama si Otto.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly, can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Oke, kita kembali ke tempat sebelumnya guys, dimana Jill dan Clive itu sempat terdampar di sini ya. Dan mereka berduaan guys, bermalaman tanpa sehelai pakaian pun ya. Dan tempatnya lumayan besar ternyata guys.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Ada apa ini?
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
Jadi Joshua itu marah ya karena si Clive ini mengambil kekuatannya Jill guys, atau menyerap Siva dari Jill ya. Dan katanya mencoba menyelamatkan dunia ini sendirian guys.
And you truly believe
This will save you. Will save us all.
I do.
Dan dia berusaha meyakinkan Joshua ya tentang untuk percaya dengan rencananya dia guys, rencananya si Clive ya.
So be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
Jadi pada intinya itu Joshua itu tidak mau Clive ini bertindak sendirian ya guys, tanpa melibatkan orang-orang yang ada di sekitarnya guys, karena mereka akan menyelamatkan dunia ini secara bersama-sama ya, dan tidak ada satupun dari mereka yang harus dikorbankan guys, begitupun Clive ya. Oke guys, ini dia gue sudah sampai di tempat di mana peta ini adalah Shadow Coast ya, dan ini adalah tujuan kita. Kita harus berjalan sampai ke ujung sana guys untuk mencapai kastil itu ya. Dan kita lihat apakah nanti kita akan menghadapi Barnabas atau tidak di sini. Jadi ini adalah jalan menuju ke tempatnya kerajaan Waloed ya guys. Jadi gua akan lanjutkan lagi di part selanjutnya. Kita sudah selesaikan semua misi sampingannya dan kita fokus ke misi utamanya di part selanjutnya ya guys. Oke, terima kasih buat kalian yang sudah menonton video ini. Semoga kalian suka dan semoga kalian terhibur guys. Sampai jumpa di part selanjutnya and see you next time.